How you guys doing? Hey, listen, I want to go ahead and I want to leave this quick little kind of video for you guys just to make sure we're all on the same page with a couple things. The first thing is that I'm going to say is that I would probably not let kids watch this video just given the mood that I'm in right now. So parents, if you want to censor this, if you want to go ahead and watch it first, please feel free to do so. That's just my warning as far as that goes. The next thing that I'm going to bring on up here is probably starting off with some good news. The good news is if you guys take a look at how the government is rolling out like this 3-phase program, it looks like we're probably going to be back in classes within the next handful of weeks. We are obviously being, we are in, really monitoring things on a daily basis now. And we have plans set up each and every step of the way to get us back into classes, not just as soon as possible, but also as safely as possible. So I would encourage you guys to once again stay in contact with us. The easiest way to stay in contact with us is not only through our Anthem Fight Club page, but also through just our regular online lessons. So that's the first thing that I want to get across to you guys. The next thing is I'm going to kind of preface this by saying that, many of you guys know that I grew up in Chicago, in the Chicagoland area, and I was blessed during my childhood and early part of my life. I got to be in junior high as in 1985 the Chicago Bears won their last Super Bowl, okay? But it was just an incredible Super Bowl, incredible team. And then I got to be in high school and in college through the Bulls dynasty. And many of you guys known or have seen or maybe have watched already, they have a 10-part series, or documentary, I should say, on that last year that the Bulls won their last championship, their 6th championship. And a lot of you guys know that I am a documentary whore. I mean, I watch probably 2 to 4 documentaries per week. It's kind of like what I watch for entertainment and everything like that, but I just love documentaries of all sorts. I don't care if it's music or sports or history or, current events. Anything. I will watch a documentary, anything. But the reason why I bring this up is that, Sunday night, last night, they started airing this whole 10-part documentary on the Chicago Bulls. And it's cool because there's a lot of just B-roll and raw footage and stuff like that, interviews, and stuff is recording when people are knowing that there's a camera there, and it's just a really, really cool documentary so far. But one of my favorite parts is as they're trying to get together to win this 6th championship, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Some people are just not motivated. Some people are burnt out because they've already won 5 in the last handful of years. In addition to that, they got tension between management and players, and some players are not sure they want to be part of the team, and some management says, we want to start rebuilding things. It's a complete disaster. And in the midst of all this craziness, you have Michael Jordan there doing his practices at the start of the year, and he's just up in everybody's face. He is yelling at everybody, and like I said, he's just getting up in people's faces. And one of the best parts, or I think the best parts of the documentary, is you have Michael Jordan just getting into people's faces saying, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? And that got me thinking, and it's a question that I want to ask a lot of you guys. The question I want to ask you guys is, what the fuck are you guys waiting for? Because we went ahead and we were forced to obviously transfer our classes to the online format. And so the reason why I'm asking what the fuck are you waiting for is because I know it is not necessarily a time issue anymore, because most of you guys have more time than you've ever wanted. I know for most of you guys, it's not an access problem. And I can go on and on about that, but obviously we go ahead and we run online classes through Facebook at the exact same time on the exact same days that you were attending classes anyway. And for you people who don't have access to Facebook, we went ahead and we set up separate web pages so you could download the videos directly, even if you don't have a Facebook account, if you're not on social media whatsoever. So once again, I know it's not access. And as far as ease of the class, we went ahead and we broke the class down to a 30-minute classes. So all classes are 30 minutes. So instead of 45 minutes, they're 30 minutes. We made them a little bit more intense. We made them a little bit more information, kind of dense, I should say. And so once again, my question to you guys is what the fuck are you waiting for? Because I was very, very adamant on letting everyone know that, listen, when we get back to our gym, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pick up classes just right where we left off for the online lessons. And I've been very, very adamant of telling people that, listen, there's no excuses, guys. There's no excuses. And it's the same thing that I have to remind myself about. It's the same thing that I try to remind my sons about, that these things happen in life. Who the heck 3 months ago would we ever think that we'd be in the place that we are right now, leading the kind of lives that we are right now? But it's all about being able to adapt. And isn't that what self-defense is all about? It's about adapting under stressful situations, right? So what we want to do is, and what we have been doing is making sure that you guys have tons of tools to not only stay with classes, but also increase your self-defense IQ and grow in ways that, quite honestly, we may not have been able to grow even if we continued classes in our gym. So I see it as a plus. So instead of rattling off all the different things that we've done over the last couple weeks, in addition to not even rattling off all the bunch of things we're gonna be doing leading up to getting back into classes, I want you to focus on one thing. This upcoming Thursday night at your regular class time, we're gonna be doing a big, huge review of everything that we've covered in the online format. Now, for you guys who have been doing the online classes, and I will say this, I have been impressed because for the most part, the people who have been joining us online from the start are the same exact people who have been joining us online even last week in classes. So I thank you very much for you guys. But you guys also know that every week we've been throwing in about 3 to 6 brand new techniques for most of you guys. So therefore, reviewing all this stuff in about 30 minutes on Thursday is gonna be a challenge, but it's a challenge that I'm up for, and I hope it's a challenge that you guys are up for too. It's a great way, if you've fallen off the bandwagon, if you never hopped on the damn bandwagon to begin with, well, Thursday is gonna be your saving grace. So once again, hope to see you guys on Thursday's class. If by chance you have not joined the specific Facebook class that you guys need to join to. So for instance, if you guys are an adult level 2 student, we have an adult level 2 class or page set up just for you guys just on Facebook. And if by chance you guys aren't a member of Facebook, then we have a web page set up specifically for you guys that have all the videos on there. So in order to kind of sum this video on up, I thank you very much for obviously listening. If by chance you guys think I've gone too far and if I've offended anybody, I'd much rather offend people and motivate some people who need to get their butts back in gear as opposed to not say anything and have people continue to make excuses. So once again, thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you guys on Thursday's class, in addition to obviously classes all at our regular times. And if by chance you miss a class, you guys can go ahead and make it up by reviewing the class once again, because once again, they are archived on those Facebook pages. So thank you very much, guys. We got tons more news coming on up. We're excited to see everybody online, but also we're super excited to see everybody back in classes very, very soon. So now's the time to go ahead in the next handful of weeks leading back up to getting back into classes. Let's get your cardio up. Let's get your knowledge back on up. Let's get your mind refocused, and let's start just kicking butt, taking names, guys. Thanks so much, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.